start from our knees, we can start from standing, you can start from him in turtle position. It's really up to you guys. A nice easy way to get to here from our knees, sit up please. I'm gonna grab him, I'm gonna pull him down, put my chest on his back, and lock my hands around his head and his arm. I can have just his head, but I don't want his body. I want his head and his arm or his head alone. So as I have his head and his arm here, I'm gonna put his head on the side of the arm that I wanna choke him with. And I'm gonna start getting his head all the way deeper to the side, and I'm gonna sink my elbow underneath his face. Once I sink my elbow underneath his face, I'm gonna take the same side leg and I'm gonna slide it in. I can either thread to half guard or I can block with my shin bone and his hips. Either way is fine. I'm gonna take my outside leg, I'm gonna cover it over his back. So as I wrap that head, I don't want his arm on the far side. For this choke, I only want his head. So I switch that grip from here to here. On this side, it looks like this. From here to here, I get his head only. I slide my knee under. I start to lift him up a little bit. As I lift him up a little bit, what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow me to sink in and lock. What I don't want is to stretch away from him. That's how his head's gonna pop free. Instead, what I wanna do here is I wanna keep my chest over the center of his back. So that way, as I have this choke in, he can't pull himself out because he's gonna try to go that way. If he tries to pull backwards, go ahead, he's stuck. If he tries to drive forward, he's stuck. So I hide my elbow and I rotate under to finish my choke. So for this next one, we call it an alligator roll. I'm gonna snap him down the same way I did before. For this one, the hand that's closer to the head is gonna wrap through out to the far armpit. So I sit up, sir. I get him down, put my weight on him, and I reach through to the outside. And as I'm reaching the hand that's next to the head through, I'm taking this hand and I'm posting his arm under his face. So that way this arm is next to his neck, so it creates a choke. On the other side, it's my arm choking, so I get either side of his jugular. So I control one, and I can lock my hands this way, or I can reach to my bicep and grip his ribs. What I've noticed is when I come all the way to my biceps, unless I'm very fast and very strong, he's gonna have an idea of what I'm about to do. If I keep my hands here and I keep my head down tight, it'll stay almost as tight, and I can, as I roll, switch to the full lock. So I'm gonna keep my head buried, I'm gonna keep my legs back so he can't take it. I'm gonna keep that monkey grip in tight, and I'm gonna start stretching him away from his knees. As I stretch him away from his knees, I'm gonna put my head under his chest, look up at the ceiling, and roll to the other side. Grip the bicep, grip the ribs, walk in and start looking to hook his legs. If he's walking away from me, that's fine. I'm gonna step over, hook his legs, and come back. Now he's stuck in. So I start this the same way, like I'm going for the alligator roll. I snap him down, I control his head and his arm. Now this time, as I start to bring his head down, like I would be rolling him this way, come back. He starts to get strong and bulldoggy. He starts to open up and he starts to stud out. I feel like rolling him is gonna be almost impossible because he's got such strong hips. So instead of rolling him, I'm gonna roll under him and switch my arms. So I have this tight, I allow him to stay where he is. I come bring my head to the side of him and I switch my arms. Walk my hips in and finish. So now we have the Peruvian necktie. I snap him down and bring him in. I get head and arm control. Once I'm here, I'm gonna look my head to the opposite side as I walk to the angle of his body. Right? As I have this angle, I keep my chest on his back. And the way I like to do it is that whatever hand is choking my partner, I like to grab that hand so I can pull it in, and I'm choking him with the blade of my arm. So this one's next to his neck, and I keep my thumb pointed toward my own body. The other hand hooks on top of my wrist. I keep my chest here. As I climb over his back, I'm gonna step one leg over his head. Now, what's important here is that I don't flare my knee open. Otherwise, his knee's gonna pop to the inside. He's gonna come into my guard. I'm gonna wind up on the bottom. So what I need to do is turn my knee into his shoulder as I step over. I attach my own elbow and knee together. From here, it's gonna be an easy two-step motion. I'm gonna step to his butt, swing my hips toward his hips at the same time, sit down and put my leg over his back. 1, 2. necktie from the same spot in turtle position. I'm gonna get my knee in, I'm from the side. Now instead of trying to choke from here, go for maybe like a bulldog choke, something like that, which I totally can do. I'm gonna start reaching over his head instead. When I reach over his head, this arm comes back, I grip the wrist. Step 1, sit 2, finish 3.